Are you a new player that is looking for one of the most simple grinds to set up for, or are you just a veteran looking for a new great one to grind? Well, then the boar just might be for you. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you the easiest way to set up a great one wild boar grind here in beautiful Scotland. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you hotspot maps for both where to place your feeders, where to find your drink zones, herd management, not even using herd management while still using the feeders, and finally, loadout. Real quick before we get into the... That's a level 5. I promise you guys I did not know that was on my map. Anyways, before we get into the video, please consider subscribing. We're a small channel and I'd really appreciate it. Make sure to smash that like button. It gets this video out to more people. And hit the bell so you're always notified when we produce new content here on the channel. And with that, let's get into this video. And he's a diamond. So usually the first step of any grind is finding your drink zones. But with this grind, there's a catch. You don't have to if you don't want to. Now, personally, me, I didn't take the time to find my drink zones. I pretty much have no drink zones besides, like, fallow zones from when I was just randomly hunting. So, I pretty much got super lucky on herds finding my feeders that I placed. You may not get lucky, so it is strongly encouraged for you to find your drink zones before setting up. But you can do what I did and just not find them and set up your feeders according to where mine are. I'll give you a look at them right now, but I will be sharing a hotspot map towards the end of the video for the best spots to place your feeders. Now the next part of this grind, if you're not going to use herd management, you can skip past this video. I'll put a timestamp right here if you just want to skip to the loadout, tent placement, etc. But if you're using herd management, you're going to want to see this because this is what you should and shouldn't leave to maximize diamonds in your zones. Now real quick, herd management is the process of managing down your map, essentially stacking low-level animals in exterior zones or zones that you're not grinded on to hopefully spawn big males into your main zones. Now, herd management is not needed to spawn a great one. I've spawned great ones in this game without using herd management, but if you want to get a lot of trophies and increase your chances of super rare, you're going to want to use herd management. Now, it is extremely difficult to fully herd manage your boar grind without setting up on their drink zones, and I do not recommend even trying to grind their drink zones. They drink from, I believe, 0 to 3. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. But it's just going to be pitch black. It's just not going to be fun. You're going to miss follow-up shots, which are essentially when you shoot, like, 2 boar. So then you're probably wondering, what's the best way to actually herd manage your boar? So basically, if you do choose to set up on your drink zones to herd manage your boar, I do recommend leaving level 5s, aka stacking level 5s, into your main zones to hopefully shoot down your map faster. But the way that I'm doing it, I'm using herd management and I'm not set up on the drink zones at all. The way I'm doing it, which is extremely simple, and I have a diamond rate of around 50 kills, and this method actually is working really good for me. Essentially, what you do is set up on your 8 feeders, and literally just grind, only shooting 3s and above. If a level 2 or a level 1 spawns into one of these feeders, you do not shoot it. You leave it, and this is pretty much like stacking in your exteriors. This method has worked really good for me, and I recommend you trying this out and using it. You're going to want to leave level 2 and below pigs in your exterior zones for herd management, or just stack them in your main zones like I said I'm doing. And then the next part of this grind is setting up your tents and hunting structures. Now you're essentially going to want to place your tents around 220 meters and above away from the feeder. Then you're going to want to place your hunting structure 164 meters and above, somewhere in that area, so you never spook the animals once you fast travel to the feeder. This is pretty much what you need to set up your tents, but what do you need to actually start your grind? you're going to need 16 tents, at least 8 hunting structures, and finally 8 bait barrels. And that's all that you need to start this grind. Once you set up, you can start rotating on your zones. But there's a major roadblock. You need a loadout, and I have a loadout just for you. Now this is what I'm carrying. I'm going to stop moving. So, I shoot almost every boar with the Hansen 30-06 or any class 4 to 8 weapon. What this ensures is that I don't mess up a rare, because there's 2 rare fur types, actually 3, that are really hard to spot. That would be the black gold and the purple gray, also the melanistic. Then I recommend carrying the 300 Win Mag for boar that are like this. It's pretty much bad angles where you can ensure that they'll die very fast. Then the rest of your loadout, I recommend the 22 if you do need to use the 22 trick, which is just shooting next to the boar, and it gets them to go alert and creates a better angle. And usually I wouldn't suggest putting this in your loadout, but for this grind I have it in my loadout. Any kind of shotgun with birdshot. Now, when you're grinding on this map, you're going to have a lot of small game / birds fly right over you, and you've probably seen a lot of pheasants fly right over me as I'm recording this video. And if you don't have a weapon to take them down fast, then you may never find them again. Now, carrying a shotgun, it just guarantees that you'll have the right weapon in case trophies fly over you. And what I'm about to do is okay. If you don't have any males to shoot, I recommend shooting female boar. Now, you might think, what are you doing? This is wrong. It's not. You have to shoot a certain amount of boar each run to get good respawns. And what I mean by good respawns is good respawn consistency. Respawn consistency is pretty much that boar respawning very quickly. And it's pretty annoying when you don't have any males at your feeders to shoot because they just have not respawned yet. And with that, you've officially set up for your first Great One Wild Boar grind. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yet again, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hit the bell so you're always notified when we produce new content, smash that like button, and thank you guys for watching. I'm going to put some hotspot maps on the screen after I'm done with this outro. There's going to be the drink zones and where to place your barrels. So big thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.